Well, good morning. Good, beautiful Wednesday morning. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and we will be glad in it. I'm so glad that you've been able to join me for just a few minutes this morning for a verse of Scripture and to consider where we are in the middle of this week, how we are aligned with God's purpose in our life, and also to point our faces toward a Bible-believing church where we can go and we can be a blessing as well as be blessed. Today we're going to continue in Exodus 14. Exodus 14, we're going to read verse 15. But I want us to be reminded that this is all about the children of Israel have left Egypt after the plagues. They have come through a part of the wilderness. They have come down a wilderness pass. They are now on a beachhead there by the Red Sea. The Red Sea is in front. The Egyptian army has come through that same pass, and they are now encamped in the back. The wilderness is to the right, and the mountains are to the left, or perhaps the wilderness is to the left and the mountains are to the right. But the point is, they are hemmed in. They are hemmed in. You see, their way forward is through God. Their way forward is upward, right? When we look at this verse that we're going to look at, that's what we're going to learn. So let's read it. It says, and the Lord said to Moses, why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward. Now, the first thing we have to understand is that God is not criticizing Moses for praying. That's not what he's doing here at all. When you look back and you look at the idea of this passage of the why do you cry to me, the idea there is that God is saying, why do you continue to ask me for what I have already prepared? Why do you continue to cry to me for what I have already prepared to happen? I've already set salvation in motion, and you continue to cry to me. Why do you do that? And I would tell you that many of us do that. Many of us cry out to God for healing. We cry out to God to make a way when we are in trouble. We cry out to God for various reasons. And we just continue to cry out to God. When really what we should be doing is thanking God. We cried out. We have confidence that God's getting ready to deliver us, that salvation is on the way, that we have nothing left to fear. And that's when thankfulness, that's when praise begins to kick in. We ask for it and then we thank God for it. Often when I pray for people that are going into serious surgery, I pray first that surgery will go well, that the person will feel a sense of peace and that the doctors will be guided. But then I pray a prayer of thankfulness. They are holding the person's hand. God, we thank you because you're getting ready to handle this and we're going to praise you for it right now. God is saying here, why do you continue to cry to me when I've already prepared the way? And he says that to us too. Why do we continue to pray for something when he's already prepared? We continue to pray for a better job, but we never put in a job application. That doesn't work very well. We continue to pray that our spouse will become a more godly person, but we never sit down and begin to read the Bible with them and to pray with them or to do it in front of them so we're setting an example. Why do we continue to cry to God when, next part of the verse, tell the children of Israel to go forward? And that's what God is telling us, go forward. He's saying, you prayed, I have prepared the way, but if you refuse to go forward, you will never see the salvation that I've prepared. You'll never see the deliverance that I've already prepared. You'll never receive the blessing that I have just ahead. because you're still sitting in the chair praying, crying to me, instead of saying, now, Lord, I know that I prayed for this and you have granted it. I have confidence and trust in you. I am going forward. God says to the children of Israel, go forward. Now, this is a tough one, right? Because if you are a child of Israel, if you're standing there on that beachhead, God is saying, go forward. Now, the answer is coming from an upward view, right? We're looking upward for our salvation. But when we look out in front, there seems to be an obstacle there. There seems to be an obstacle. And when we see an obstacle, often the temptation is to just continue to pray and stand still. But what God says is, okay, there's an obstacle. I'm getting ready to make a way through that. You go forward. And that's what I would tell you today. If you see an obstacle in your way in front of you, you prayed over it, you believe that that is God's calling and purpose and way in your life, then I would tell you, go forward. Go forward. Depend on the answer from above and go forward. He's going to make a way for you. I want you to be encouraged today. You be encouraged today. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'm praying for you, and I know you're praying for me. I'm praying for this nation. I'm praying for this world. I'm praying that we indeed will make our way back to God. You have a great day today. You have a great rest of the week. And I hope that this weekend, this Sunday, will find you in a Bible-believing church where you can go and be a blessing as well as be blessed. You have a great day.